Good evening, everyone. This is Victor. Welcome to our Ad-Click Express call this evening. We are looking at here where I'm at October 10th. I know that a lot of people are joining us from around the world, and so it could be already October 11th, morning of. So once again, welcome to our Ad-Click Express call this evening. My co-host, Kent, is also joining us. Go ahead, Kent. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, Victor, and hello, all members. Good to have everybody here one more week, and we've got some good stuff to go over with you tonight, so sit back, hold tight, and enjoy, and we hope we'll be able to answer some questions for you, and good to have you here. Good to see all you people showing up tonight, and I know it's a different routine for everybody. Some is like Victor said, some is in the morning, some's in the evening. We're just glad you're here, so welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, and thanks again for all of our moderators being here to help us out. Jackie, Charles, Emily, and Sid, really appreciate your assistance here as we go through tonight's call. Now, we will be pausing the chat while Kent and I get a chance to go over some of the topics that we have here for you this evening, and then as this call has progressed over the last few weeks, we will leave a sufficient amount of time to answer questions because we really want this to be your call. You are the elite marketers for Ad-Click Express. You're part of this group, and we're here to offer you this help of being part of this room. Just wanted to right out of the gate talk about the success of last week's call. It was truly a turning point for many of us. Groundbreaking with things that we released last week. A record number of attendance. We're already seeing, tonight's count continue to increase. We really are providing this for you, our elite marketers. Encourage you to bring your people on so that they can feel the same energy that Ad-Click Express has going. The other thing that we reached milestone-wise this week is if you look at our Alexa rating, we now have over 10,000 sites that are linking in to Ad-Click Express. And our Alexa rating continues to improve. Very excited about how things are going. But as we saw in many chat rooms around the world, Facebook groups, there was a lot of significance drawn to last week's call and how motivating and exciting it was. So tonight's call, let me give you just a quick synopsis of everything that we will be going through, Kent and I. First off, we are going to talk about the withdrawal options. That's probably our number one question that we have had raised since the email went out to everybody on Tuesday, the 8th. So anyway, number 2, withdrawal options. We will go over that. Number 3, restoration initiative. We'll fill in some more of the details that we released last week about that. Number 4, we're going to talk about a new payment processor. Still not at liberty to release a name yet, but we're going to talk about things that we're doing to build up and gear up for that. And that'll launch us right into probably the high point of our entire call tonight, and that is the launch of the media exchange. And wow, I can hardly wait till we get to that point of our program tonight to share with you our elite marketers on the call this evening, the exciting opportunity we have with our media exchange. And we're going to wrap it up tonight's call like we did last week's, giving you some tips, a potential opportunity to go out there and put what you're hearing on tonight's call in action, creating a substantial income increase for everybody that's on the call tonight. So if you wouldn't mind, Kent, I'm going to let you take it away with some of the withdrawal options, and I'll chime in and fill in some of that and then move into the restoration initiative. So go for it, Kent.
That sounds great. Thank you, Victor. Well, folks, I just want to let you know, I know a lot of people out there have asked questions and you have your concerns about the withdrawal system as it stands now. However, what I did personally is that I read and reread that update, and I thought, this is pretty interesting because this is going to work out really, really well. For years, we've been teaching people and instructing people, giving them guidance or tips of how to quickly build their account. And it's going to be nice to know that you're going to make sure that you have the option. Now, this is just the option at this point. You're going to have the option to put 75% of your daily earnings back into the program. We have been teaching that actually for years. That is one way, and here's what happens with that. Not only do you get paid more and more every day in your daily sales profits, but you also have a future here with ACX of your account constantly growing. The last thing you want it to do, and I mentioned this last week on the call, is to have your monies or your earnings stagnant. Or what's even worse is have them deteriorate and start going down. Now, obviously, they are going to be converted over to the panel side, but you're not going to see your daily sales profits continue to go up if you don't put more back in than what you're taking out. And that's a strategy that I've used for years in the program. It's worked very, very well. I think I mentioned on the call last week, Victor, that there's only one thing that grows on top of stagnant water, and that's mosquitoes. The theory of that is you've got to keep the water running. You've got to keep it running very, very fast, and a lot of great things happen from that fast water running down the river. Well, your AdClick Xpress daily sales profits and the ad packs you buy every day are just that river. The last thing you want to do is to make those monies stagnant or pull out more than you're actually earning. That will not continue with additional growth for you. You'll actually go backwards, and that's not good. So that's something I've always taught my downline. So the new withdrawal system that is coming out, folks, I just want to let you know, it is going to be an option. It might not be for everybody. Everybody might not sign up for it, and that's okay, but it's going to be an incredible option. It's something that you're going to be able to improvise in your actual program yourself, and then teach your referrals to do the same thing. Now, again, they're going to have the same option, so just, it's coming, it's on its way. I know we mentioned it last week that we're getting closer and closer. Watch for the update, and of course, look in your back office and look for any new buttons in the withdraw area. And also in your wallet side, on the left side, when you first log in on your dashboard, you might see some new buttons there regarding the new withdraw program. So make sure, you might see a pop-up, you might see different things that's happening on the site. Be sure to follow those because you will probably hear the news first here on the call. So Victor, I hope that covered a little bit about the withdraw.
Absolutely, and thank you, Kent. I appreciate you opening it back up because it is going to be a lot of questions that are on the call. People are just concerned about it. I'll tell you what, from a leader's standpoint, and I appreciate the member update that went out on the 8th and then the support news that followed it up on the 10th. It is a level of fiscal responsibility that is being encouraged company-wide. This adds the stability that we need to keep this as the ongoing opportunity that we've all needed and are so excited about. So the withdrawal options, take a look further into it, understand truly the significance of it. And as we finish up tonight, number 6, I'll talk about our tips and how we can use this 75-25 strategy as we build a business. Now, one of the things I want to clarify for those of you that are on tonight's call is that there is going to be something that happens before you're going to see some change here with the withdrawal options, and that is the exciting launch of the media exchange. I know that's jumping to number 5 already on our list, but please understand that will be the top priority. If we go back through this list, number 5 is the big thing that we're all gearing up for, and it'll be just tremendous when we get to that point. So, Restoration Initiative, I'd like to just spend a moment or so again with that. We didn't announce this last week, the significance of being able to go in and restore individuals' accounts who at this point have never re-engaged with AdClick Express. They have monies sitting in there that predate back to profit clicking and just been paid through the Restoration Initiative, and we will get more into that on next week's call. There is what's going to be multiple options available to you. And you know what? This is just that important to reconnect with all of these individuals out there. You understand that your market just became immeasurably larger because not only can you go out to brand new individuals as we talk about the sixth option on our agenda tonight, but you can reconnect with so many of the people that have been with these companies, and that Restoration Initiative is that. So number 3 on our list is the Restoration Initiative. Now, I mentioned last week the excitement and just the hype, and you know, I can hardly stand this to not be able to tell you the company's name because this payment processor is mainstream. You guys, those of you that really understand the significance of what we have, this is the first for this particular payment processor to step across that line and support our industry. We're out there. I get this, and I had kind of a little aha moment. You know, you're actually being paid to view our competitors' sites. How often does that happen out in the world? I mean, you're working for Apple and you're encouraged to go out and view Microsoft's latest web, you know, their website. Well, you're getting paid to view our competitors. And every one of those competitors are using Solid Trust Pay, they're using Payza, they're using some of these same payment processors that we have access to. And I'll tell you what, if you really understood the differentiation that will happen when this new payment processor comes on board with us, we will be the first. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, you can get so excited about tonight. We don't have everything in place with press releases and the big exciting announcement of all of this, but I'm telling you, get excited about it. And just as Kent mentioned, there are going to be buttons and links in your back office. I would encourage you to, as soon as those are available, get yourself set up with this new payment processor. It is going to be that big, and we are first to the marketplace with an absolutely incredible mobile platform. And it's with that mobile platform that I'm going to move into the 5th item, this big granddaddy of them all tonight, our media exchange. And Kent, I'm going to slip it back over to you to talk about how exciting this media exchange is, because I know you've seen it just like I have.
Victor, I thank you so much for that. You know, folks, I've actually test marketed this already. Just for kicks and giggles, I have walked up to 10 complete strangers. Now, hear the story out for a minute. I've walked out to 10 complete strangers, and these are people from the range from 15 years old to maybe 40, okay? And I looked for a prerequisite when I walked up to them, and guess what it was? They had their smartphone out looking or doing something on their phone. They were either texting or watching a video or posting something to a social media network or looking at a picture and laughing or something. That was my target. That was my little trigger to go over and introduce myself and let them know who I am and say, hey, you know, just a real simple question. Very, very simple question, folks. Hey, I noticed you've got a smartphone there. You go on Facebook, all the social media network, watching videos like all the rest of us. And they're like, yeah, it's kind of cool. You know, I just recently got this. And I said, well, listen, let me ask you, have you heard about the new program that is going to now pay you to watch videos, look at pictures, and listen to your favorite tunes? They're like, no, what's that all about? Let me tell you something right now, folks. 9 out of the 10 people, 90% of the people that I spoke with, now this was a real small test market. It was only 10 people, I understand that. I might get different ratios if I would have talked to 100 people. But I took this initiative to do just 10 people. Do you know all 9 of those people were actually asking for the name of the website so they could go to it and sign up? Folks, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be absolutely huge. Every single time you see somebody with a smartphone, if that phone is capable of texting, watching videos, looking on Facebook and social media network, if they're listening to iTunes or some kind of a tune on it from a download, do you realize the potential you have with this new media exchange? It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. This is something you could never offer to this person before. You couldn't. So the bottom line is now they can make money from it. People are really looking for something that they can sink their teeth into, and they're already doing it. I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind. She sees people everywhere I go, they're already doing this. Why not get paid for it, right? Now, here's the great thing about the new processor coming on board. I don't want to go and rewind here, Victor, and talk about this processor, but this particular processor, folks, is very, very mobile friendly. Very mobile friendly, which is absolutely perfect for our mobile platform of the media exchange. So I'm telling you right now, it's going to be phenomenal. If I can walk up to 10 complete strangers of someone I've never seen, never talked to, don't know, don't even have a clue who I am, and ask them about the usage of their smartphone, and they're more than willing to tell me what they're using it for. And oh, by the way, they do want to get paid for doing what they're doing now. They just don't know about it. Then I kind of feel like a crusader. I've got to be out there, sharing it with people. I mean, people really need to know about this. That's my duty. I mean, I have the information. I just need to get it to somebody with a smartphone. Victor, back to you.
You know what, Kent, that is so exciting to see where we're going with this. So we are going to have the first ever payment processor. They've stepped over that line. They're supporting us in this launch. And I'll tell you what, we have no competition out there. There is no competition that is offering what we are offering through our media exchange. It is absolutely huge. And you don't have to, I mean, if your particular referrals don't have a mobile device, you can certainly do it from your home computer or your laptop. It's just, what it's done is it's extended our reach even that much further. I just can hardly stand it. I was on earlier tonight, did the first 4 media views that were available there, and it's like I could see myself just getting really excited about that. And wow, Kent, thanks for just pushing the envelope there a little bit more. And 10 people you walk up to and engage just because this is so naturally talked about. It's just absolutely amazing. Well, I'm going to go from that, the excitement of our media exchange, and you've all read the update. We're going to be seeing it in the next 24 to 48 hours, folks. That is the excitement of it. I mean, it's going to launch. We will have it available for us before we can even introduce this new payment processor, before we can go through the withdrawal options or the restoration initiative. You are all going to be experiencing that media exchange. And I'll tell you what, I've seen it. I've seen where you can utilize gift cards from our ad packages right over into it. I can see how you can immediately get individuals going, get them launched and participating with it, making money, doing something that they're already doing. Now with that, I'm shifting gears here quickly because we are going to be dealing with right now this last part, number 6 of our agenda today, and it's we're not going to end on it because we're going to go back and go over the significance of these 6 things that we've talked about. But what I'd like to share with you is a strategy that I've personally adopted because of what has changed. I don't know if you realize, but the largest demographic right now, the biggest growth in Facebook out there in the entire world, are those that are over 50. Right now, it's those individuals that are going out there and they're embracing that. You know what, here in the United States, we look at this group from the 50 to 68-year-olds as the baby boomers. It's like this watermelon that is being forced through the garden hose. And I'll tell you right now, since they started tracking the labor statistics and those that are working part-time. It used to be our biggest demographic was the 16 to 26-year-olds out there just finishing up high school, moving into college, they're working part-time. That was our biggest group. But you know what? It is changed. It's changed in a very, very dramatic way. Right now, if you look at the U.S. labor statistics and those that are filling those service-oriented part-time jobs, it has now been absolutely eclipsed by the 50 to 68-year-olds. You guys, the reason is because it's not working. That story that they were sold with corporate America, you get this job, you go into retirement, you get the gold watch at the end of it, and everything is good, is not what they are facing. We have this largest ever demographic out there that is going out trying to supplement what they are getting, the measly amount from Social Security. They've seen their 401k accounts hit. They have seen all kinds of things happen to them. They are concerned. A lot of them do have some money in the bank, but they're so worried about tapping into that because they can count the number of years they still want to be on this earth, and you know what, they're concerned. We can go out to them, we can offer this as that supplemental part-time income that keeps them from going out and needing to be the Walmart greeter or the burger flipper or those types of things, because these people are leaving their homes for 3 to 5 hours a day to go out in these menial tasks just because they are concerned about their future. We can go out. You take this last support news that talked about the 2575 and how that if you're earning $40 a day, you withdraw that 10, which is 25%. You can't take that out, but the next day when you have $20 in there, imagine the significance of being able to approach just one of these 50 to 68-year-olds and say, you know what, I've got an option of helping you earn $300 extra a month. And all that requires is going out and showing them how quickly they can get to $40 a day. That $40 a day, they take out 25% of it. That 25%, it adds up 2 days. That right there, $10 every day, you do a withdrawal 15 times during a 30-day calendar month. That is your $300. That's the significance of what we have with AdClick Express. And I'll tell you what, that right now is something that I can get really excited about it because it keeps growing. That it's not just the $300 that you're offering it. You're making life-changing significance to the largest demographic in our entire workforce out there. Those people that were sold a bill of goods, but now are realizing firsthand that what they were sold is not there. We have the answer for them in AdClick Express. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to you, Kent, see if you can fill in some of the gaps that I left there. But what an opportunity. This is one of those tips and the tricks and the strategies that we want to share with you each week here on our Elite Marketing Group call. Go ahead, Kent.
Victor, that sounds great. You know, a lot of us have been taught the 40-40-40 plan, and I know Victor just kind of explained that, how someone elderly in life is wanting to retire and settle down and live comfortably, and they're having to go out to work. And it is a whole complete demographics out there now. And you know, the biggest thing is that the 40-40 plan pretty much explains it. You know, we work 40 years at 40 hours a week and then try to live on 40% of what we used to make. And, you know, when you get older in life, and that's not necessarily the ideal situation of what they call the golden years, right? So it's more probably wood or stone than it is gold. So now you can actually offer to somebody, even that's elderly or up there in years, and I'm not going to say my age, but I'm close. I'm getting close there. But I love my smartphone, folks. I want to share something with you. It's going to be overwhelming when you hear it. Do you realize that every single computer globally on this planet? Do you realize that there's 4 times more cell phones? Let me say that again. There's 4 times more cell phones than computers globally. Okay? So you have 4 times the market with this media exchange, which is going to be phenomenal. Something else you'll find rather interesting, that when someone receives a text or an alert from an email on a smartphone, they are 70% of the time, they will open that email or look at that text and read it within the first 4 minutes. Folks, that's unbelievable. Our technology is changing. I don't care what age you are, if you're a 9-year-old boy or if you're a 70-year-old lady. If you've got a smartphone now, you're probably going to be on that thing all the time. Something else, too, it's very interesting statistic. People read and look and are using smartphones over 2.5 times the amount that they watch TV. Things are changing, folks, the way we're entertaining ourselves, the way we're communicating, the way we're making money. And, of course, now with the media exchange, now's the time to do it. So every single time you see a smartphone, you can now hand them a business card or your referral link, or however you're going to market that to share with them. You can walk up to them and say, hey, are you making money with that thing yet? I love starting out with a question because it puts people in the spotlight. Well, no, how do I do that? Thank you. There's an open door. Folks, share with people what you do. Have a passion for what you do. I love this incredible statement that a very inspiring person in my life has said, and I'm going to quote it. Now listen to this very closely. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. That was said by Albert Einstein. I absolutely love that because you can anticipate anything you want for your future, but it completely starts with you for today. If you procrastinate, it will not come tomorrow until you start something today. And by the way, that's a quote by me. So the bottom line is you've got to reach out, share with people, talk to people, get on your social media networks, throw some emails out to your referrals, whatever you need to do. Walk up to 10 complete strangers and do the test like I did and see if you do not get similar results. I bet you do. Victor, back to you, my friend.
I know they'll get those results. We're so excited about it. I encourage everybody who's on the call tonight, and once again, we're close to record numbers. Next week's call is just going to be out of this world. We will have a little history of how the media exchange is going on. I'm hoping that we'll have all the hoopla and everything ready to go on this new payment processor next week. You guys, bring everybody. If everybody in the room here, just 3 of your referrals were here, they could be excited as you are here tonight with the things that we have in front of us. Now, I'm looking at the time here. We do need to start wrapping this call up, and I wanted to get to some of the questions. If we could have our moderators, those that have so helped us here in the room, I appreciate here in the red, Sid, Jackie, Emily, appreciate what you've put in there. If you could go ahead and open up the chat. Thanks. Yep, Betty is the first one in here. There are thousands of worldwide online business world. No green light in any business to withdraw. They're working fantastic. Why are all these green lights? When just been paid, yep, I'm reading that. The rest of you can do it. We are working through that. It's the fiscal responsibility. You guys understand we're just a little over 90 days into this. Give us the benefit of the doubt of taking what we're doing. There's a lot to launch this media exchange. Once again, no competition in what we're doing. Leo, let us buy gift cards with our basic wallet funds. That next week when we talk about the Restoration Initiative and where that's going, you will be rewarded with that. Ryan, will there be separate express shift for the exchange? It will be as completely separate that way. Both of them running concurrently, though. Go ahead if you want to. Can't jump in, and let's grab a couple of these questions here in the last few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Victor. I noticed Harry is asking, do I need a cell phone or will a laptop do? Harry, I'm assuming you're talking about the new media exchange. If you have a cell phone that is a smartphone, that means a phone that can receive text and watch video, things like that, then yes, you can use your cell phone. However, if you don't have a cell phone, yes, you can use the media exchange on your laptop. That's perfectly fine. In fact, Victor and I had a little bit of a sneak peek. We were allowed to go in and play with it a little bit and see how it works. Oh, folks, I'll tell you right now, it's fantastic. You will absolutely love it. Let me see if I can do another one here. Cisco, upload images, videos, and listen to music and earn how we will earn and how we will earn our referral commission. It's going to be very, very similar, Cisco, to what we're doing now with ACX, the main actual program. And watch for the updates. It'll point out how much you'll be making every time someone buys a media pack. They are called media packs now, not ad packs, because it's not an advertisement. It's actually a media upload or something that you can watch. So I hope that answers your question for you there. How about, let me see who else we can pick.
I'll jump in. I see that the Betty has, Betty's been asking quite a few questions about, you know what, you need to focus on your outcome, what you want. We've understood, our members have voted with their wallets. Right now, we know the significance of the green light. We're doing things to take care of those, and this withdrawal option is the fiscal responsibility. It's teaching the right habits. Now, this is a stopgap. This is to get things back in track like they are. We've taken a little longer to launch the media exchange. Just understand that we are working together to create this opportunity for everyone. We want this to last continuously, and we've got to make some of those corrections right now. We know what's happened, and you know, Kiwi asks the question: Does Frederick and his team get paid by the green light? You know what? Frederick isn't part of this. I'm telling you right now that there are no sweetheart deals. I am one of those individuals. I expect a larger income out of this. I will go into the 75-25% and just work harder so that I can withdraw the amount of money that I'm used to. And it's, once again, it's teaching the fiscal responsibility that I have explained to the organization all along. These things will all go into helping us be the secure company of the future. So go ahead, Kent.
Okay, let me just see what I can find here. Let me see here. Okay, Warren's got one. Will we be able to actually withdraw 25% daily and not every 48 hours? Warren, we're not real clear on that. I'm not sure. I would certainly give you the answer. Watch for the update, and it'll be coming out very, very soon about the new 25-75 plan in a lot more detail, so you'll know exactly how to accomplish that in your actual wallet. Let me see who else here. It's scrolling really fast, folks. My apologies. Oh, let's see here. Let's go up to the top here a little bit. Victor, you see any of you can jump on? Let me see here.
You know, something that exciting happened this week, and I'll share it with those that are on the call. Many of you familiar with the old top 20 list know of an individual out there named Artie out of Indonesia. I was fortunate enough this week to connect with him through Skype. And you know what? We kind of chased each other up that top 20 list, and we challenged each other this week. And I'll tell you what, to have a running mate like that understands what it is like to do the marketing, over 5,000 front-level people. And he is excited about these things that we have going. In fact, we're trying to convince him to be part of a future call here. But you guys, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are on the call tonight, understand that we have put a lot of emphasis on this media exchange launch. In fact, things as far as the panels, I'm reading here, somebody's asking about the panels and then not feeling quite as frequently as they should. We have pulled everybody who just wasn't necessarily right on, you know, a daily task to get this media exchange launched. As soon as it is launched, these people then can go back and do what they have been doing, throughout the week. And so you'll see just things just kind of go like they should be as soon as we can get this media launched. But I'll guarantee you, there was a significant reason for us to spend the time, effort, and energy to get this out for everyone. I'm looking at like 35 minutes past the hour here. Kent, do you want to go ahead and take one, maybe last one, and we'll wrap up tonight's call. Once again, please, please, please get excited about next week and where we can go with it, you guys. Next week is absolutely the call to be on. Go ahead, Kent.
Victor, thank you so much. Pedro, I want to answer real quick for you. You're saying here, will the new payment processor service U.S. citizens? Absolutely it will, Pedro, which is very, very good news. It'll basically serve everybody that we take care of in the membership database, and that's going to be absolutely wonderful. Folks, I'm going to leave something with you before we all say goodbye. Just one last quote. You've got to hear it. It's very short, but you've got to hear it. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. That was an incredible quote. It's by Lou Holtz. I wanted to share it with you in the last final statement. Keep the song in your heart. You know, you don't have to have an answer for everything that happens in life, but keep a happy song in your heart. Things always turn around, things change in seasons, and things will get better. Focus on the positive because you should have no room in your heart for the negative. I just thought I'd share that with you. Folks, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening or morning in some parts of the country. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And remember, the next meeting we're going to have is going to be the same time, same place next week. Bring people along, let them get involved, let them get excited. And by this same time next week, we're going to all be talking about the media exchange. So with that note, folks, you have a wonderful evening and have a great time out there recruiting and finding more people to bring into this incredible opportunity, okay?
Goodbye.
Take care. Good night, everybody.